Crypto's comeback is no longer a question. It's happening right now.
Trump's team tells me the family is business-minded and is engaging as what they see as the future of finance. And they want the USA to own it and to lead it.
This is the most pro-crypto administration we've ever had. With a 30% surge in just weeks, 75K might have been your last shot. It's classic. Bitcoin pumps, you feel late, and altcoins end up going wild. And then that's when FOMO flips the market and Bitcoin dominance starts to slide. The narrative shift is real, and some of the hottest altcoins are finally shaking off the dust. So, what's the secret sauce to catching sleeper coins built to rebound? And is it time to remortgage the house for your shot at generational wealth? Don't worry, Crux got you covered, stay tuned. Or as we like to say here, it's time to ape into some alpha. If you're new here, welcome to Alpha Bros, the ultimate pit stop for Web3 wisdom. Smash those likes and hit subscribe to help this channel grow. Watch until the end of this video because I built a list tailored to your risk appetite. If you're low, mid, or full degen, I got you. Bitcoin's dominance is the ultimate warning signal for altcoin season. And right now, it's starting to flash. Since pushing above 65%, we're finally starting to see some cracks. Bitcoin dominance just dipped below 60% for the first time in a long time. That might not seem huge, but in crypto terms, it's like watching the king loosen up his grip on the throne. Historically, the deeper we go into a bull market, the more Bitcoin dominance tends to drop. Just look back at 2017 or mid-2021. It's a pattern that marks the beginning of altcoin chaos. But don't get too comfortable. After Bitcoin breaks through its all-time high, its dominance is going to rip back up with a vengeance, like it always does.
That's right.
So yeah, enjoy the alt party while it's rocking, but don't be shocked when Bitcoin kicks everyone out and turns off the music. Historically, once Bitcoin breaks its previous high, it surges well beyond it within the matter of weeks, establishing a new price range in the process. Whether that range tops out at 120K or 150K, the real signal comes at the end of the first retracement. That is your cue. Because when Bitcoin consolidates within that range, it's usually a green light for altcoin season. And look, I know you didn't show up to hear about Bitcoin dominance and consolidation charts, but let's keep it real. If you're serious about alt season, those are the two levers that control the whole show. And not every alt is gonna moon. Just ask Cardano holders. It's only recovered a third of its all-time highs this cycle, while other coins are out here doing 15x laps like Solana. And when these comeback coins start gaining traction, there's usually one more clear reason behind it. Bitcoin starts rotating its gains into the altcoin market. Once Bitcoin cools off after a major move, that capital often flows into Ethereum, the next most established asset. Ethereum has underperformed Bitcoin this cycle, however, outperformed it since the recent dip, showing it's not done fighting. From Ethereum, the rotation trickles into mid-cap altcoins, then eventually into low-caps and speculative plays as your risk appetite increases. It's a pattern we've seen in every major cycle, a top-down flow of capital that starts with the king and ends with the degens. Any break and flow during this process usually ends up having to start back from the beginning, and sometimes the degens won't see any significant process for months at a time. If you want to spot the real winners, don't just look at hype. Compare each project to itself and others in the same niche. There are two key checkpoints: when Bitcoin peaked in March of 2024 and again in January 2025. First, ask yourself, did this altcoin hit a higher high in January of this year than it did in Q1 of last year? Then, after the recent pullback, did it at least bounce back to or stay above its Q1 2024 price level? These comparisons help you gauge whether a project is moving in sync with Bitcoin, and the ones that are tightly correlated tend to be the ones ready to run when Bitcoin makes its next move. Like I said earlier, niche hype is real, and it can make or break your portfolio. A lot of last cycle's heavy hitters didn't even show up to party this time. Gaming, cross-chain interoperability, privacy coins, and even narratives like data storage are starting to fade. Meanwhile, new winners are stepping up. ISO 2022 compliant cryptos, real-world assets, AI protocols, these are gaining serious momentum. And that's why diversifying your portfolio across high potential narratives isn't just smart. It's how you actually hit your long-term goals in this market. And we're seeing a surge of fresh fiat flooding into crypto, which could only mean one thing: liquidity is already here. We're closing in on $250 billion in stablecoin liquidity, and even tech giants like Meta are looking to get in. And that kind of capital doesn't just sit still, it flows into the hottest narratives, and that means the coins leading those narratives, they're the ones that explode. So, let's do what smart money's doing. Front run the inflows and lock in the plays with the highest upside before retail catches on. But before I drop my high conviction plays that are primed for rebound, make sure you smash that like and hit subscribe so you don't miss my top 5 picks for June dropping next week. And you can check how May's top 5 picks performed. And spoiler alert, some of them went off. And also join over 3,500 traders in our free Discord and 150 plus members in our exclusive VIP trading group where we break down the markets one move at a time. And don't forget Bros Academy. You'll learn how to research and trade like a pro, sharpen your strategy, and even get your portfolio reviewed to help you hit your personal goals. And of course, none of this is financial advice. Now, kicking off my top rebound plays is none other than Solana. This one is already clawing back to its Q1 2024 levels, but here's the kicker. It's still down 44% from its all-time high. And Solana continues to dominate Web3 with the lion's share of trading volume. The meme coin mania may have cooled off. Even Trump threw his hat into the ring, and platforms like Radium and Pump.Fun hit some major speed bumps. But don't sleep. I see a second wave coming, and Solana is built to ride it. And if we're talking Solana, we have to mention the younger, faster sibling, Sui. Built with a similar blueprint, but running at a much leaner market cap, Sui moves quicker and hits harder. This team is one of the sharpest in the space, and they're just stepping into their first real bull run. From Q1 2024, Sui's market cap is currently doubled, and it's already pulled off a clean 2x in the past month. It's not just riding Solana's momentum, it's craving out its own lane. Next up, we have Aave, hands down the most battle-tested and valuable decentralized application built in Web3. This isn't just some speculative play. Aave is a borrowing and lending powerhouse with over $20 billion locked in its protocol. And as Ethereum surges, Aave's been riding shotgun. It ended last year 4 times higher than it started, and just in the past month, it's doubled again. When serious capital flows into DeFi, Aave isn't just along for the ride, it's where the money parks. But DeFi isn't the only narrative heating up. Coming in hot is Virtual's protocol, a rising star in the AI depend space, recently mentioned in my top 5 AI picks for 2025 video. I've been ringing the alarm for months. AI agents and digital employees are about to reshape everything. They're already integrating into all your favorite apps, and it's only a matter of time before this play reclaims a spot in the top 50. And after a brutal 77% pullback from its earlier breakout, Virtuals has roared back with the 4x, and it's quickly proving why it's the undisputed king of the comeback. And I put my money where my mouth is. Hyperliquid is my next high conviction play. I mean, it's my most recent purchase, and I'm betting big on this platform becoming the go-to destination for Web3 trading volume. This one is already up 2.5x in just 6 weeks, and while it doesn't have a ton of price action in 2024, the on-chain activity is second to none. Built on a custom layer 1 with on-chain order books and high-level perpetual futures, Hyperliquid gives you centralized level trading without ever leaving DeFi. If this momentum keeps building, I wouldn't be surprised to see it break through its all-time high by the end of this month. For my final pick, I have to give respect to the fastest recovering niche in the game, memes. To be fair, they were also hit the hardest, with many crashing well below their 2024 lows. But Pepe is flipping the script. Not only has it held strong against its Q1 2024 levels, but it also pulled off an impressive 2.75x in just the past 6 weeks. This project has been stacking higher highs throughout the last year, proving itself as a top risk-to-reward meme coin of this cycle. In a sea of memes, Pepe is starting to look more like a market leader instead of a follower. Matt Fury would be proud. Now, as this next leg of the bull market kicks in, these plays may be what your portfolio needs to bounce back. And if you've still got dry powder on the sidelines, it's not far from too late to put it to work. If you've liked this breakdown, trust me, we're only getting warmed up. Drop a comment with the altcoin you think will make the biggest comeback. I might just feature it in my next video. Be on the lookout for a price prediction video on some of these coins dropping on Investing Bros soon. And make sure you set up alerts for this channel. You'll want to catch what's next. Thanks for watching, and here's another video to keep your vibes up. I was your host Crux signing out. Be patient, keep persistent, stay alpha.